we launched the iShares Bitcoin ETF. And so I would say to you, if we could ETF a Bitcoin, imagine what we could do with all financial instruments. ETFs are going to be the new engine for fixed income. And boy, did that get a lot of ridicule by many people in the business community. And today, the fixed income markets are totally imbued by ETFs. And so at BlackRock, when we bought BGI, we had $290 billion of ETFs. Today, we have $3.5 trillion. Everything we do at BlackRock, because we believe we're just halfway there in the ETF revolution, that everything is going to be ETF'd. We believe it's so important to be anticipating the next move. But if you had a tokenization, everything would be immediate. We believe the next step going forward will be the tokenization of financial assets. And that means every stock, every bond will have its own, basically, CUSIP. It'll be on one general ledger. Every investor, you and I, will have our own number, our own identification.
The CEO of BlackRock, Larry Fink, shares his prediction for Bitcoin and its significance for investors, as well as the long-awaited ETF filings, recently approved by the SEC. He highlights the role of Bitcoin as a digital alternative to gold, serving as a hedge against inflation and currency devaluation. Fink emphasizes that Bitcoin is not tied to any specific currency, making it an international asset that investors need. He says BlackRock's recent engagement and commitment with regulators ensures the approval of Bitcoin-related ETF filings. Fink addresses the regulatory concerns and discusses navigating the crypto landscape, and believes that BlackRock's track record speaks for itself, demonstrating the company's dedication to responsible and long-term investment strategies. Fink sees the digitization of Bitcoin and cryptocurrency as a force that can revolutionize finance and democratize investment by tokenizing assets and securities, including Bitcoin. He believes that the cost of investing can be significantly reduced, making it more accessible for a broader range of investors. Let's get right into the latest interview with Larry Fink, as he gives his prediction for Bitcoin and cryptocurrency in 2024.
For the first 3 years of thinking about it, I was a naysayer, and about 2 years ago I switched, and I'm actually, as I said in the last 2 years, I'm a big believer. But I'm a believer in it because I do believe it is an alternative source for wealth holding. I don't believe it's ever going to be a currency. I believe it's an asset class. I believe it goes up if the world is more frightened, if people have fearful of geopolitical risk, they're fearful of their own risk. It's no different than what gold represented over thousands of years. It is a asset class that protects you. Right. And unlike gold, where we manufacture new gold, we're almost at the ceiling of the amount of Bitcoin that be created. I see value in having an Ethereum ETF. As I said, these are just stepping stones towards tokenization. And I really do believe this is where we're going to be going. We have the technology to tokenize today. If you want to think about this. If you had a tokenized security and you have a tokenized identity, you, Andrew, the moment you buy or sell an instrument, it's known. It's on a general ledger that is all created together. You want to talk about issues around money laundering and all that. This eliminates all corruption by having a tokenized system. We were pretty mistreated for a couple of years, because we said active and passive can coexist. Obviously, we were right in that. Two, we said the fixed income market will be transformed through ETFs. That has now happened. We believe ETFs is the technology that's going to transform every asset class. We believe everything will be done through ETFs. And so we believe this is just the beginning. Let me be clear. I think ETFs are step one in the technological revolution in the financial markets. Step two is going to be the tokenization of every financial asset. And to me, this is where we believe it's going. So we're looking at Bitcoin, we're looking at ETFs in the same manner. These are technological changes that can allow us to move forward.
By the way, in terms of inflows as it relates to Bitcoin,
We were very happy with the flows. It appears that we received about 40% of the flows yesterday. I mean, one day doesn't make anything.
Are these new customers? Are these people who are coming out of other funds? I mean, Grayscale is the biggest player in this space right now. Are you trying to take share from them in terms of taking those clients over, or are you trying to create a new class of customer?
Primarily, we're trying to create an opportunity for new customers can invest in this financial instrument. Over the long run, do we believe, just think about the fee differential between an ETF and some of these trusts.
Right.
These trusts are like 120 basis points, and these are 20 to 30 basis points in the ETF wrapper.
Well, it's expensive, by the way, if you're a Grayscale customer, to sell your shares.
Well, it's very
taxes.
expensive. Yes, and this is the big issue with the SEC, and this is something you may want to ask Gary. The industry asked to transfer in kind into an ETF, and that was denied by the SEC. That's a fine.
Meaning, let's just put a fine point on that. The industry, meaning companies like yours, asked the SEC to allow folks who might have owned shares via a Grayscale to be able to transfer those in kind to a BlackRock or to Fidelity or whomever.
And so that there would be no tax ramifications. That was not denied. They wanted to really just create from scratch cash only, which we all respect the SEC's reasoning.
That creates an opportunity, actually, for Grayscale to keep those customers for a much longer time.
It does, but I think over the long run, when you start adding up the fees and adding up the fees, people are going to start thinking about redeeming and then ultimately going into an ETF.
Embracing an unyielding enthusiasm for the Bitcoin realm, Fink confidently predicts that explosive growth is looming on the horizon, as BlackRock and many other crypto giants are doing just that. Fink reassures that a long-expected surge awaits, leading up to the highly anticipated 2024 halving event for Bitcoin.
We believe we're just halfway there in the ETF revolution, that everything is going to be ETF'd. And we needed to ensure both active products, passive products, digital products are going to be used through the vehicle of ETFs. At the same time, in this architectural change, we're elevating the whole concept that we are going to be curating more and more of our performance-based products too. So it's a very large architectural change. A lot of people have asked me, iShares is the most successful division within BlackRock. Look what it did. Why are you doing this now? And we believe it's so important to be anticipating the next move. But the fact that stands out for me is over 5 years, clients rewarded BlackRock with $1.9 trillion. This is not market movement. This is how much new money we receive from clients worldwide. So clients have, over the long run, have great needs to put money to work. We advocate only long-term strategies. We advocate that you need to be in the market. You can't be in and out of the market. If you're looking to do that, there are many venues where you could be doing that. We are trying to help people build retirement savings. We want people to have a life in retirement with dignity. We spend so much time in our world talking about how we could have healthier lives, but we spend no time focused on, can we afford that longevity? And BlackRock is a firm that tries to provide that type of long-termism. I do believe we spend a great deal of time talking about hope in a world today where we have greater hatred and greater fear. I think there are many opportunities to think about, despite all those issues, that long-term investing is the way to go. And I believe, at the moment right now we have trillions of dollars money sitting in a money market funds, and so that's just an indication of fear. We have more money sitting in bank balance sheets right now and deposits. That's an indication of fear or uncertainty. And I do believe one of the greatest differentials between U.S. and any country in the world is the strength of the U.S. capital markets. And this is something that we at BlackRock betted on years and years ago that we believe in. And so over time, we believe the opportunity to invest in our economy, investing in our companies, and at times when you want to have a more global view, investing in the world, over a long run, you're going to outperform any bank deposit, you're going to outperform any money market fund, and it's our job to provide the appropriate investments for our clients so they can have that life with dignity.
Fink recognizes the current challenges associated with Bitcoin, such as the bid, ask, spread, and transaction costs. He hopes that regulators will view ETF filings as an opportunity to address these challenges and create a more affordable and democratized crypto market. Fink also highlights the potential of blockchain technology to streamline transaction processes and reduce the need for intermediaries in the financial ecosystem. His perspective on Bitcoin and BlackRock's involvement underscores the firm's belief in the digitization of assets and the transformative potential of cryptocurrencies. While regulatory considerations and challenges exist, BlackRock remains committed to providing investors with innovative investment opportunities and driving the adoption of digital assets within a regulated framework. What are your thoughts on Larry Fink's opinion regarding Bitcoin, and how will BlackRock's approval completely change the crypto landscape? Let us know in the comments below. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for more content just like this. We'll see you in the next video.